So, good morning, everyone. This is the first session of Gracefully Moving for the month of August, my birthday month. And it's also, as we know, the big 888 portal. And the energy are supposedly coming and flowing in for quite a while now, since the end of July. So, I don't know if you are feeling them or not. But I find that for myself, relating back to the energy and the body, that whenever we carry tension or hold tension, it stops us to actually receive them at in kind of a direct line at physical level. We don't absorb them as much because the body is going to be tense, the muscles are going to be tight. And obviously, if we have areas of pain, again, once more, it's not a place where the energy are going to flow freely, but nor will your blood supply, nor will any fluids. So it's good to loosen up all this area. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be focusing from the head, neck, shoulder, and obviously a bit more depending on how it feels. But the first thing we're going to do, we are going to align ourselves with those energy that we talked about. So coming to settle yourself on standing pose on your mat, finding your feet. And finding the feet for me means always I lift my toes up, I spread them, I roll on the inside of my foot, and then I spread out the whole ball of my feet until I touch the tippy toes, touch the mat, and then I relax. I lift my heel, I soften my knees, I just give a little bit of a bounce, finding the element of earth, but also the Mother Earth under my feet, finding its support, knowing its really immeasurable power when you look at the Etna at the moment. I was looking last night at the eruption of the Etna. It's incredible, the power of the earth. So she can be the destroyer and she can be the birther. She can be the nurturer. So let's connect deeply with the mother. And it's coming into reverence and gratitude with her, and allows these to drop from the head, from your heart, down, down, all the way through your legs, down to your feet. Same, it can come, take the channel of your arms and your fingers pointing down, and allow all of this energy to be given to the mother. And then if you know your east today, just look towards your east. So mine is in front of me, as you can see, with the sun. And then just we're going to invoke the master of the four directions very briefly. And we're going to ask for the element of air and the master of the teacher of that rising sun that brings new ideas, new beginning, new day, to be with us today, to be with us now. And we thank you, the east and the air, to be with us. I'm going to shift, so if you know where your south is, if you don't know, just stay in a place and then call on the master of the south, the element of fire will be with us here. And we're going to call on the midday sun, the sun at its apex, the sun that has so much warmth that it ripens the fruits and it casts very little shadow. It's a sun that comes above our head. It enlightens us. It transforms us. So we call on that master to be with us today and now. And we thank him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then we're gently going to turn towards our west. So I'm going to have my back turned here. And again, in the West, we're going to really call those wisdom masters of the fading sun. For in and mirroring the action of the sun, we learn to let go, we learn to release, and we learn to let it flow at the emotions level. And that's why I will call the element of water to partner with the fading sun, bringing into your mind the beautiful pictures of a sunset falling into the ocean. And I thank you, master teachers, for so much wisdom. And last, I'm going to turn towards the north and I'm going to call the dark night. And I'm going to call the moon as well, and the element of the earth, as we're going to be looking up at the cosmos, at the sky for new guidance with the North Star. We're going to keep grounding ourselves into the earth, anchoring and finding our meaning into this incarnation. I also look and call, as we are women in this group, at the moon and the different faces of the moon that reflect our femininity. For the moon always changes. It changes shapes, it changes location, it fluctuates and is a real mystery. So to all those masters of wisdom, all those teachers, I bow and I thank you, thank you, thank you. And I come back to myself, come back towards my screen. I anchor into my heart, back of my heart. And I find we started with the below, we started with the Mother Earth, and I will finish with, let's call it the Father Sky this morning. I take my arms, I bring them up to the sky. And I'm going to inhale and exhale here a couple of times in this position, receiving all the energy of the above, of our solar system, of our planets, and what lies beyond our solar system, of the cosmos, of the galaxy. I call all of the energy that my body can hold and sustain and receive to be present with me today. And very gently, I'm going to bow. My hands are going to attach into the prayer pose. I'm going to bring my arms down, my hands down, my elbows fold. And when my hand passes in front of my face, I bring my chin to chest. And my hand passes in front of my heart, and I start rounding up my spine. You know where I'm going, ladies. And I'm going down towards the grounding floor, the grounding earth. And I go all the way down, softening your knees and coming all the way down, 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 down. Touching your hands onto your mat beside your feet. Bending the knees as much as you need, and then taking the crown chakra, you at the crown of your head there, and dropping it really towards the floor, releasing the neck. Beautiful. Bend the knee a little bit further. Don't be shy to bend the knee, bend the knee. And then open the knee. So we're going to have that movement where the back of our knee wants to go for a walk. And when the back of our knee wants to go for a walk, it's straighten up our legs as much as you can. Ooh, opening the back of the legs, the glutes, and possibly the lower back again. Keep the crown of the head to the floor. Bending the knees again. On the exhale, on the inhale, out, out, out. Allow the back of the knee to go for its walk. And on your exhale, coming back down. Bending a little bit more with each exhale. Walking a little bit further away from your front knee with each inhale. And keep at it. Exhale. So following your own breath work here, calling the awareness of your breath to inform you, to support you. A few more times. Beautiful. The next time you have your knees bent, stay there. Take both your hands on the right hand side. You can be on the tip of your fingers and with your knee bent, okay? Or you can have your hands down as you wish, or in between. And then just inhale and allowing once more the back of the knees to go for a walk. Exhale, bending, and again connect the crown of your head to the floor, releasing your jaws, softening the tongue, and keep going with your breath work. Feeling the sensation as we have turned our attention to the right hand side. Once more. Beautiful. Bending the knees and then going back to center. Have a breath in center. And with your next inhale, go to the left hand side. So remember, hands can be flat. You can be at the tip of your fingers or anywhere in between. With your next inhale, back of the knees goes for a walk. Relax the head. Relax the jaws. Unclench the teeth. Keep bending and opening the knees. Beautiful. 2 or 3 more times to be in equal measure with the opposite side. Beautiful. Bend the knees and come back to center. Place your hands on the shins and press your hand into the shin, creating resistance between the shin and the hand so you straighten up your spine. Okay, so instead of being a rounding here, press hands against the bone of the shin and then of your front leg and then come up. And that's going to straighten up the back leg a little bit as well, as much as you can. Okay, then go and travel onto your thigh. Press into the thigh. Find the resistance again. Find the big muscles, the big quad muscles of this. And then come up a little bit more. And then gently coming up. Okay, we're going to spinal roll once and spinal roll up, down and up once. So breathing in, chin to chest. Keep rolling down the way we just did, but roll one vertebrae at a time. So round up your knee, your back as much as you can. Keep rounding up all the way down. Bend your knees if you need to. Big exhale through the mouth at the end here. We'll take 2 breaths. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Once more. And with your next inhale, begin the journey back up. So straighten up the legs, bring the power through the legs into the pelvic halves. Once you reach your lower back, your tailbone, go and place your hand, feel your sacrum. You can have a hand in the front and begin to unroll the spine, one vertebrae at a time. So your head would be last to move. Take your time, mid back. You can come to the front, touch your sternum, and then go up, up, up. Allow the vertebrae to stack up gently. We've created space for the disc, and we are trying to rebalance the space between the vertebrae. And finishing with the head. Inhaling up and exhale, release. Okay, we're going to take our shoulders, we're going to keep loosening. I like having a big wide stance when I do that. You don't have to find what you like, okay? And then so explore, bring the shoulders forward and back. Oh, opening up the chest, have your scapulas, your shoulder blades hugging one another, or you could almost crack a little walnut and then come up. And again, with your breath, inhale, exhale, and allow the head to move with you. Exhale. A few more times. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Keeping the shoulder forward, bringing them up to your ears, then travel in the back. Shoulders are still up and down and back to the front. Forward, up to the ear, to the back, down in the back, and back to the front. Again, my jaws are completely free. Okay, no tension anywhere. And the only movement happens in the shoulder girdle. Beautiful. We're going to reverse, going back, down, feeling those shoulder blades squeezing one another, and coming up to the back of your head, to the front, and down, and keep at it like that. Inhaling up, exhaling down through the mouth or through the nose, as you need to do this morning. We'll do a last one. We release, we open our hands on the inhale in front of us. On the exhale, we open them wide apart. We're going to turn our key on the inhale, palms come up. My thumb is going to try to go as low as it can down. On the exhale, palm turns back up, down, sorry, and then down and up again the other way. So it's a big movement. Inhaling, thumbs down, exhaling, full rotation, trying to bring the thumbs up and down and up. And the rest of the body is relaxed, open, and supporting the movement. If you have any pain, just minimize your movements. Do whatever is available to you. And exhale through the mouth is lovely in all those to help you to release the tension in the shoulder. Brilliant. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Interlace your fingers. On the exhale, so plant your feet deep into the ground. On the exhale, turn on one side and stay there. Inhale, exhale, another breath this way. And with your next inhale, going back to center. With the next exhale, traveling to the opposite side. Yeah, keep going. Traveling to the opposite side. Okay, a few more breaths. And with your inhale, coming back up. Okay, inhaling up above your head, bending the elbows. I have still, my fingers are still fastened, still doing a basket. And I'm going to go rest it in the back of my neck, of head, sorry. Okay, nice wide and open, opening the space here in the side body, under the armpits, feeling the stimulation of the flow. Beautiful. Hold it for a little while. Press your head into your hands. We've done a lot of that work earlier on the legs and hands. So press the hands into your head, but the head also back, head into hand, creating a bit of resistance. Beautiful. On the exhale, allow the chin to fall towards the breastbone. With your inhale, going back up, looking up with your eyes, looking up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, back down. Remember to have your mouth nice and relaxed, the tongue relaxed, the space between the eyebrows and the forehead all smooth. There is no complexity. Brilliant. Release back to center, let go of the hands, and go. Ah. Ah. Take a breath or two here. If you need to jiggle, to align, to realign, feel free to do so, or even to shift, bringing a bit of movement to the tip of your fingers and into your arms. Good. I'm going to keep going up. So if you have your tea towel or tea towel would work. You see, tea towel, anything that's long, scarf. Okay? I won't use it straight away, but just to have it prepped. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to keep working with that resistance. So my alignment is going to be elbow to wrist, okay? And then come to place that hands. Oh, I'll do it on side first, easier. Okay, my thumb comes behind my ear. The rest of my palms is against my cheek. And I send my elbow as forward as I can. I inhale, and on the exhale, again, I press my hands into my head, into my cheeks, but my cheeks is responding back, creating tension. And we hold that tension, and we feel the neck. We are strengthening our neck here. And on the next inhale, relax. Or sorry, after the exhale, we'll put a break. We'll full break, the way we do with the pelvic floor, full break. And then inhale, get ready. Exhale, push, 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 push. Create a tension between both parts of your body. And you can go and touch your neck and see how the neck is responding. And then, relax, 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 relax. With the next inhale, let's start again. Inhale, line up. So all my inhale, and don't always say it, but in all my inhale, it means my spine is lengthening. I'm readying myself. On the exhale, I push, 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 push. And when I can't push anymore, I let go of it. And I'm going to repeat this on the next side, but I'm going to first take my opposite hand and give myself a couple of squeeze in that side. Squeeze the neck. So my fingers are really in the back of my neck here. And I just squeeze it at the same time. Beautiful. And then I'm going to repeat this on the opposite side. So remember, we lift the elbow to be aligned with the shoulder, thumbs behind the ear. That's it. So it's blocking my mic, so I won't be able to do it. Okay, so once you're here, you're going to inhale, get that spine ready, pressing the feet into the ground, activate yourself. On the exhale, begin the push, begin the resistance. Push, 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 push. And when it's time to release, full release. And do that twice more. Inhaling in your own time. exhaling and creating the resistance hand head for yourself. And releasing. One more time for yourself. And release in your own time. Letting go of that arms, taking the opposite one, opposite hand, and repeating the work here of the squeezing, the way we did on the opposite side. Starting, you can go all the way from behind the ear, okay, to the side of your neck and the back of your neck. And sponging then the tissue here from the base of your neck to your shoulder. Yeah, good. And you could keep sponging the whole body like that. It's really yummy. And releasing here. And we're going to repeat our shoulder circle that we did. And for the sake of comparison into how it flows and how smooth it is. So we're going to begin with the shoulder forward and to the ear and back. Keep at it. And notice whether there is a difference in this movement. And reversing. And letting go. We can take our hands in prayer pose. So again, we try to align so that our elbow is more or less with our at shoulder level. And we're going to do a bit more work on the resistance here. So we're going to let go of the head and neck. And we're just going to come and activate your arm. And the idea here is you're going to close your eyes. And we're working again with resistance, how body parts against one another can either help us to relax, and I said strengthen, and this is the case here. And go and find your pathways from your hands. Where does the resistance, what type of energy and strength and force is traveling through your arms? And where does it go? What part of you feels the activation and the strengthening? Keep inhaling and exhaling without forcing anything, just activating. Okay. And then release this and go there, just to, so between the space between the top of your breast on the side and here, and then squeeze this. And that's what was awakened by that movement. Okay? And this is that little muscle here, part of a whole complex again. Is really important to keep our breast up, you know? So feeling this, going back to it. But this time your hands are going to be fingers pointing forward toward the screen. Inhale, on the exhale, press, press, press. And now you've understood, go and travel through the hands, forearms, arms, shoulder, and look at the ramification. Where else is the strength going? What other part is being affected by the resistance you're creating? That's a beautiful way of strengthening. It really helps all the muscle fibers. The tip of the fingers are also pressing, not only the heel. Okay, use your whole hands and relax. And again, once more, go for yourself. Where do you feel it? And if you're not sure, don't put it into your head. The body will guide you to it. It knows. Doing one last one. Okay, so this one The shoulders needs to go, the elbow needs underneath the shoulder. And you press. Okay, and press tip of the fingers, fingers against fingers, the mounds of the hands, the heel of the hand, the thumbs, press, 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 press. Feel even a little shake, possibly, in the resistance. And release. And once more. When I said it was the last one, and I lied. There's one more. We're going to try to go. So hold on, you might not be able to. If you can do a reverse prayer, that's the way you'll do the last one. If you can't do your reverse prayer, see if you can bring your hands behind you, wherever you can, but don't interlace them, okay? Don't go and create that tight grip. And then just create a bit of resistance there. So this movement and these movements will not have the same effect, okay? So let's say we'll start here and we'll finish here. And press, press, same work. You're still pressing fingers against fingers, heel of the hand against the heel of the hand. And release. And let go. Give a nice finger drying, okay? Not hands drying, the flicking, the finger drying. Flick, 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 flick. If I keep like that, I'm going to start dancing. And then they're facing one another, palms up. And then we're going to turn them so the palms are out. And back in and keep moving. And again, this is an amazing strengthening movement as well as a release and an awakening. You can bring it up to the side and letting go. And receive the sensation. And allow whatever sensation you may receive in your hand to travel up, up. And if you can, and you might want to reflect it a bit to create the sensation. But we have that connection, that meridian hands to heart. So let's see. I don't know. I feel fuzz and lightness into my hands. And I know I can feel it running through my arms, through my forearms, on the inside of my arms. And I'm trying to pump this up to go and feed my heart and my lungs, but my heart with the same feeling of bubbly and joyful and light and ease. Brilliant. And release. Okay. Going to do. At last, we'll take that scarf. So the way we've done it before, I'll remind you, we have always one that is long and one that is short. We come underneath the chin and we're not going to strangulation, okay? So it's really stays underneath the chin. And then you bring it up and you hold this one in place. And once you have this way, you can come up and it's a side bend for the neck. Okay, so I am not strangulating myself and make sure I'm under the jawbone. Okay. And I just open my mouth nice and relaxed. Ah. And I breathe in and out. If you don't have a scarf today, you can take your arms, wrap up tip of your fingers on your temple, and gently side bending. If you are side bending this way, I will invite you to have your opposite hand onto its shoulder of the same arm. Okay, but this has something extra into it. Okay, you can undo it anytime you like. Okay, don't stay in it, and then you can come back to it. Okay, and this time we're going to look up and we're going to look down. And it's really the eyes more than the head. But it does something different. And relax and release. And feel again. Allow the hands, head and the neck to gently move. And then we're going to do that on the opposite side. One short hand and you will be holding it underneath the jawbone. Pick it up above you. And then inhale up, exhale out. Oh. Keep at it. If you don't have the scarf, remember you can wrap up. Hands on the opposite side. If you are still with me on the scarf, you can have a little break if you want, and then come back, and we'll be side bending again and looking up and down with the eyes. Up and down. Twice more. Up and down. Last one. Up and down and releasing. And coming back. Taking both hands in the back of your neck and giving you a bit of a massage with the tip of your fingers circling, or you can come and beautifully tap, 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 tap. And if you're tapping, I would invite you to tap all the way to the base of your skull. Tap, 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 tap. Or, and you can do both. You choose. Okay. And releasing. Seeing how the head feels by gently putting your finger in front of you. And then look with your eyes first. Look with your eyes. Look with your eyes. Follow your finger with your eyes, not with your head. It's very hard to do. And then allow the head to turn. Okay. And then do it again. Follow your fingers with your eyes. I'm holding out my chin so my head doesn't turn. And when I barely see my finger, I stop and I see if I can bring my head again. Okay, once more. Hold your chin and then look with your eyes, just with your eyes, and then see if you can bring your head again. And release gradually, very slowly by following your fingers coming back. And I certainly have turned my head far more than I can usually do it. Right, same side. It's not opposite side, sorry. Okay, you can hold your chin, allow the eyes to follow that finger until it's so much in the peripheral that you don't see it. I'm cheating, my head has turned. And then I let go of the head. And I hold my head again. And I travel. And then I release my head and I allow it to turn. Wow. Once more, hold my chin. And last one. Wow. And I come back gradually. I don't stay in it. Such a deep twist for the neck. You don't want to stay there. It was more to realize how much release has been done. Okay, take your scarf. We're going to come towards the end of our practice, but we'll have a couple more release. Take nice and wide, opening up opening up nice and wide. And then gently bending the elbows, coming behind towards your waist, coming up all the way. And when you're in the front, you just go down, 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 straight arms, inhaling back up, exhaling, bending the elbows, traveling down and back up. And inhaling up, exhale down. Inhaling up, exhale down. Inhaling up, exhale down. Last one, inhaling up. And you're going to travel back above your head. Okay, bring close your feet. You're going to anchor both feet into the ground. On the next inhale, reach your finger, the scarf towards the ceiling. Exhale, side bend. Full side bend. And inhale, come back. And don't mistaken, it's to side bend and you have to call yourself back. You're activating your lats. You're into your core here. So make sure the opposite foot, so I'm side bending on the right, so I'm really anchoring my left foot into the ground. Inhaling, side bending to the left, I'm anchoring my right foot to the ground. Beautiful. Going to twist this, so soft knees, you don't have to bend, but soft knees. Inhale, reach, exhale, turn. It doesn't matter if you start left or right. Inhale, center, exhale, turn. Couple more. Last one. Beautiful. Coming back to center, taking your arm behind you. Okay. And stay there. We're going to, I'm opening a bit my leg. This is, we all have different anatomy, so that's not a rule. You see how you feel good. What makes you feel, anchored and at ease to do the movement. On the inhale, you look up. There's a slight side bend. Don't go and compress the lower back. Mind the lower back. If you find there is a compression, you've gone too far. You don't have to look up so high. And then coming back and going forward, rounding up to counterbalance that movement. Coming down, dropping your scarf, bending the knees. So your scarf is nearby, okay? And then your head goes down to the floor. Stay there a little bit more, rounding up that neck, spine. Hug yourself. So you take your arms, one elbow on top of the other and give yourself a big hug in that position. And then roll back up. This is the end of our practice. Roll back up all the way, gradually. That's a spinal roll up. So we go slow, one vertebrae at a time. We finish with the cervical and the head. Inhale up. Change arms. So whatever arm was on top is now underneath the other one. And then go back down for the last one. Spinal rolling down, 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 down. Bending the knees. And breathe into the back. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. And coming back up. Releasing and crossing the arms. Coming up, and we're going to have our quiet time. It's 25 to 9 for your information. So we have a good 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to turn off the recording. And the question here is you go into your silence, you go into your journaling, and you could ask yourself how this practice has supported me for the rest of my day. Could be a beautiful prompt.